What if I told you that the most powerful healing tool you've ever searched for has been with you this entire time, literally at your fingertips? Right now, as you're watching this, your hands are holding an ancient secret that modern science is only beginning to understand. A secret so profound that a single intentional gesture could shift your entire body from pain mode into healing mode in less than 60 seconds. I know that sounds impossible, maybe even ridiculous. But stay with me here, because what you're about to discover might completely transform the way you understand your body's capacity to heal itself. Your hands aren't just appendages for grabbing things or typing messages. They're electromagnetic conductors carrying thousands of nerve endings that communicate directly with your brain's most powerful healing centers. Every single touch, every placement, every gesture is sending precise signals throughout your entire nervous system. Has this ever happened to you? You wake up in the morning, and before you even open your eyes fully, you're already scanning your body for what hurts. Your mind immediately catalogs the pain, the stiffness, the limitations. You rehearse your diagnosis, identify with your condition, and within seconds of consciousness, you've already told your body that it's broken, that it needs fixing, that something is fundamentally wrong. But before we begin, please hit the like button and let me know where in the world you're watching from. Today, it's always fascinating seeing who's joining us from around the world, and if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. But here's where most people make a critical mistake in their healing journey, and this mistake keeps them trapped in cycles of chronic pain, inflammation, and disease that seem impossible to escape. They completely overlook the communication channel that's been available to them since birth, the direct line between their conscious intention and their body's deepest repair systems, and that channel runs directly through your hands. Now, your heart contains approximately 40,000 specialized cells that function remarkably like neurons in your brain. These cells think, they learn, they remember, and they respond to specific signals with remarkable precision. And here's what changes everything about how healing actually works. When you place your hands on your heart with genuine intention, you're not just making a comforting gesture. You're creating an electromagnetic feedback loop that your entire nervous system recognizes as a command to shift from survival chemistry into regeneration chemistry. Most people have been conditioned to see their hands as passive tools, waiting for external treatments, medications, or procedures to fix what's broken inside them. But the truth that's been hidden in plain sight is this: your hands are active instruments of healing, capable of triggering cellular repair mechanisms that no pharmaceutical can replicate. Every intentional touch is a conversation with your immune system. Every conscious placement is an instruction to your tissues, your organs, your very DNA. What you're about to learn in the next few minutes will challenge everything you've been taught about where healing actually comes from. Because the transformation you're desperately seeking doesn't begin in a doctor's office or at the bottom of a prescription bottle. It begins with a simple decision to recognize the power that's been resting in your palms this entire time. And once you understand how to activate this power, how to speak the language your body has been waiting to hear through the touch of your own hands, everything in your physical reality begins to shift in ways that seem almost miraculous. But they're not miracles. Their biology responding to the language it was designed to understand. Now, I want to go even deeper into this transformation, because understanding why your hands hold this power unlocks something profound about your relationship with your own body. For thousands of years, Eastern medicine has mapped specific points on your hands, recognizing them as direct gateways to your internal organs, your emotional centers, your deepest healing pathways. Modern science dismissed this as superstition for decades. But recent discoveries in neuroscience and bioelectromagnetics have revealed something extraordinary. Your hands are in constant communication with your heart and brain through specialized meridian points that function like biological circuit boards. When you consciously place your hands on your body with genuine intention, you're not just touching skin. You're sending electromagnetic signals that your cells interpret as precise instructions. This hand-heart-brain connection is the missing link most people completely overlook in their healing journey. They're waiting for external interventions, searching for the right supplement, the perfect treatment protocol, when the most sophisticated healing technology ever created has been resting in their palms this entire time. If this resonated with you, if something shifted even slightly while you were watching, I'd genuinely love to have you subscribe. There's so much more we're going to explore together about the power you already possess, and I don't want you to miss what's coming next. But here's where the hidden truth reveals itself, and this is what separates people who experience real transformation from those who remain stuck in cycles of chronic suffering. Most people are treating their bodies like broken machines that need to be forced back into working order. They demand healing. They criticize their symptoms. They speak to themselves with a harshness they would never direct at someone they genuinely cared about. And the body, faithful and responsive as it is, receives these signals as commands. When you touch yourself with frustration, your tissues contract. When you speak to your pain with anger, your nervous system interprets this as a threat and doubles down on protective inflammation. The revolutionary shift that changes everything happens when you make a different decision. Instead of demanding your body to just get better already, try this simple practice. Place your hand gently on the area that hurts, not with pressure or force, but with the kind of tenderness you'd offer to someone you deeply love. And then whisper to that part of yourself, I love you. Thank you for carrying me through this. This isn't metaphysical poetry or spiritual bypassing. This is biological communication at its most fundamental level. When you touch yourself with genuine kindness, something extraordinary happens behind the scenes. Your organs literally soften. The chronic tension you've been holding for months or years begins to release. Your immune system, which has been operating in constant defense mode, finally receives the signal that it's safe to shift into regeneration mode. Your cells don't respond to force or willpower or positive thinking alone. They respond to the actual electromagnetic and chemical signals created when you touch your own body, with authentic compassion flowing through your hands. Write in the comments, my hands are healing me now. This revelation about how your hands communicate with your body opens up an entirely different pathway forward, one that most people never discover because they're too busy waiting for healing to arrive from somewhere outside themselves. Here's what almost everyone misses in their desperate search for relief. Peace isn't something you wait for after the symptoms disappear. Peace isn't the reward you receive once the test results come back clear. Peace itself is the medicine, and your hands are the delivery system. Try this right now, even as you're watching. Place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Just rest them there gently. No pressure, no agenda, just presence. Now breathe slowly for 60 seconds. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Feel your hands rising and falling with each breath. This simple hand position, this ancient gesture that humans have been using instinctively for millennia, activates something extraordinary in your physiology. Your vagus nerve, the master regulator of your entire nervous system, responds to this specific touch pattern by sending signals throughout your body to shift from stress chemistry to healing chemistry instantly. The impact of this single practice is profound because you're no longer waiting for external proof before allowing yourself to feel whole. You're not bargaining with the universe saying, "I'll feel peaceful when my body finally works right." You're claiming wholeness now in this moment, regardless of what your circumstances appear to be showing you. Your hands are declaring to every cell in your body that it's safe to heal, that the emergency is over, that regeneration can begin. But there's something even deeper happening behind the scenes of this transformation, and it has everything to do with the story you've been telling about yourself. Every single time you say, "I have chronic pain," or "I suffer from this condition," you're doing more than describing your experience. You're sending precise instructions to your cells. You're identifying with the wound rather than the wholeness. Your subconscious mind doesn't distinguish between observation and identity. When you claim illness as who you are, your body faithfully organizes itself around that narrative. If this video served you in some way, go ahead and hit that like button. Not because I'm asking you to, but because it helps other people who are struggling with the same questions find their way here. That simple click creates a ripple effect you might not see, but it matters. The journey toward true healing requires a fundamental shift in this relationship. When you place your hands on your body and say instead, "My body is communicating with me," everything changes. You're no longer the broken person whose system has failed. You're the conscious partner in an ongoing conversation with your own biology. Your hands become the bridge between your conscious mind and your body's innate wisdom. This isn't just changing your thoughts or practicing positive affirmations. This is changing the actual physical signals flowing through your nervous system with each intentional touch. Think about this for a moment. When someone you love is hurting, how do you touch them? You don't grab them roughly or poke at their pain. You place your hand on their shoulder with tenderness. You hold their hand with genuine care. Your body understands this language of compassionate touch at a cellular level. The question becomes, why have you been withholding this same kindness from yourself? Why have you been treating your own body like an enemy that betrayed you instead of a faithful companion that's been carrying you through every challenge you've ever faced? Put in the comments, "I choose to touch myself with kindness." This shift in how you touch yourself reveals something that completely transforms the healing journey, and it's rooted in a biological reality that most people have never been taught. Your heart isn't just a pump mechanically pushing blood through your veins. Your heart is an intelligent organ that sends far more signals to your brain than your brain sends back down. In fact, the communication flowing from your heart to your brain is the primary influence on your emotional state, your hormonal balance, and your body's decision about whether to heal or defend. When you place your hands on your heart and generate genuine gratitude, not manufactured positivity or forced affirmations, but authentic feeling for something real in your life, you create coherent electromagnetic patterns that travel directly to your brain. Your brain recognizes these patterns as a green light for regeneration. It responds by releasing specific hormones that strengthen your immune system, activate anti-aging mechanisms, reduce inflammation, and create the precise internal conditions your body needs for cellular repair. This isn't spiritual theory. This is measurable biological reality that you activate simply by placing your hands on your heart and feeling genuine appreciation. The beauty of this practice is that it doesn't require you to feel grateful for your illness or pretend everything is perfect when it's not. You just need to find one authentic moment of gratitude. Maybe it's the sunlight coming through your window. Maybe it's the fact that your lungs are breathing without you having to think about it. Maybe it's a person who loves you or a memory that still makes you smile. That genuine feeling, combined with the intentional placement of your hands on your heart, creates a cascade of healing. Chemistry that no pharmaceutical can replicate. Now, I want to show you how this understanding translates into practical transformation that happens throughout your entire day, because here's where most people stumble. They think healing requires dramatic lifestyle changes or hours of meditation or perfect conditions that never seem to arrive. But the truth is, the journey toward wholeness happens in the smallest moments, the quietest decisions that most people dismiss as insignificant. You don't need grand gestures to reprogram your nervous system. What you need are micro-touch adjustments that teach your body a completely different language. When you wake up in the morning, instead of rubbing your face roughly as if you're trying to scrub away the exhaustion, touch your face gently with both hands. Let your fingertips rest on your cheeks for just 3 seconds. This simple shift sends a signal to your nervous system that you're safe, that you're choosing differently today. Before you eat, place your hand on your chest and take one conscious breath. You're not performing a ritual. You're creating a moment of connection between your awareness and your body's digestive intelligence. When you feel stress rising during the day, instead of pushing through it or collapsing under it, touch your own shoulder with the same compassion you'd offer to a friend who's struggling. These micro-touch adjustments throughout your day are reprogramming your entire nervous system at a level that happens beneath conscious awareness. Each loving touch is surgery without pain. Each gentle gesture is medicine without side effects. The impact accumulates in ways you can't measure immediately, but you absolutely feel over time. Write in the comments, small touches, big healing. What's happening behind the scenes when you touch yourself with intention is so profound that it's reshaping how modern neuroscience understands the mind-body connection. Recent studies reveal something extraordinary about self-touch that changes everything we thought we knew about healing. When you place your hands on your own body with conscious awareness, you activate the exact same neural pathways as when someone else touches you with care. Your brain releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone that creates feelings of safety and connection. Your cortisol levels, the stress markers that keep your body in constant fight or flight mode, begin to drop immediately. Your parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest response that allows healing to actually occur, switches on. But there's something even more powerful happening beneath the surface of this immediate chemical shift. When you touch yourself with conscious intention, especially when you direct that touch toward areas of pain or tension, you're creating brand new neural pathways that literally override old pain patterns encoded in your brain. This is neuroplasticity in action, the brain's ability to rewire itself based on repeated experience. Your hands aren't just comforting you in the moment, they're actively rewiring your brain's entire relationship with your body, one gentle touch at a time. The hidden truth that emerges from this understanding is that you've had the capacity for this transformation all along. You didn't need to wait for the perfect treatment or the right medication or some external authority to give you permission to heal. The decision to partner with your body instead of fighting against it has always been available to you. And that decision manifests most powerfully through the simple act of placing your hands on yourself with genuine care. Now let me give you the practical framework that makes this transformation sustainable, because knowledge without application remains just interesting information. Here's your simple daily practice. And I mean truly simple. No complicated protocols, no special equipment, no hours of time you don't have. 3 times today, just 3 times. Stop whatever you're doing. It doesn't matter if you're at your desk, in your car, lying in bed, or standing in your kitchen. Place both hands on your body somewhere that needs attention. Maybe it's your heart. Maybe it's your belly. Maybe it's that place in your lower back that's been screaming at you for months. Close your eyes and breathe. That's it. No force, no straining, no trying to make anything happen. Just your hands, your breath, and your willingness to see yourself as whole rather than broken. This small opening, this gentle practice that takes less than 60 seconds, begins a quiet transformation happening beneath the surface of your conscious awareness. You're teaching your nervous system a completely different language. You're sending signals to your cells that safety exists right now. You're creating new defaults, new patterns, new possibilities that your body recognizes and begins to trust. The impact of this practice isn't loud or dramatic. It's subtle, cumulative, profound. You're not broken. You're not a machine that needs fixing. You're simply remembering how to partner with your body through the healing power of your own touch. Put in the comments, "I'm ready to heal myself." If you made it all the way here, I want you to know that says something important about you. You're not just passively consuming content and scrolling past. You're actually choosing to invest in your own transformation, to question the narratives you've been living under, to explore what becomes possible when you shift your relationship with your own body. That willingness, that openness, that's where everything begins. This channel exists because these conversations matter deeply to me. Someone needs to be talking about the hidden mechanisms behind healing, the intersection of consciousness and biology, the practical applications of ancient wisdom confirmed by modern science, and I'm genuinely grateful you're here for it. If this resonated with you, if something shifted even slightly while you were watching, I'd love to have you subscribe. There's so much more we're going to explore together about the power you already possess, and I don't want you to miss what's coming next. Leave me a comment saying, "This message was meant for me, so I know you were here, so I know this landed with someone who needed to hear it today." Your engagement genuinely helps these ideas reach other people who are searching for a different way forward, who are ready to remember that healing doesn't come from outside themselves. And if this video served you in some way, go ahead and hit that like button. Not because I'm asking you to, but because it creates a ripple effect that matters more than you might realize. There's a video right here that goes even deeper into how your body responds to the stories you tell about yourself, and why the language you use is either supporting or sabotaging your healing at a cellular level. It's the perfect next step in this journey. Click and continue with me over there.